sound. Awesome. No sound. Now I'm back. There, I'm on mute. I still touch it. I've been talking for 10 minutes. Anyways, I figured out the chat. Is that better? Can anyone hear me? We can hear you, Josh. There we go. What a goddamn mess. Okay. There you go. I'm sorry about that. Again, I'm trying to sort out the new studio. But yes, we're going to do a news and update show, the Wreckfast Club. And apologize. Sorry. Banks, of course, when I go live, needs attention. So how's everyone doing? I'm here, and I'm so proud of just figuring out. Patty and I just spent the last 10 minutes BSing trying to figure it out, how to get him together. We have some updates on. There's a surprise coming on later on this week in one of the Wrexham clubs that we're going to talk about. But first of all, as you can see in there, it says, yes, it says Lone Ranger. And there's news that popped out today that the Rangers up in Scotland are looking at Barney to maybe take him on board. I have my thoughts. I'm going to put two sides of the equation up. I thought that there was a lot of big chat going on earlier, but yeah, we'll drop in a little bit on yesterday what happened to the game. So my apologies for me muted. And my apology for muted, but I figured out. Look, I figured out the chat. And I figured out. Look at that, Bruce. I use the sound to tell that TLP is live, so I've been in the other browser while Josh has been playing mime. Yes, Bruce cuts deep with his chat. I'll tell you that he does not hold back. He has no problem telling the host of the local pundit is an idiot all the time. So I think that. How we doing, Steve Thorne? Howdy. And Kelly Davidson, hope you're okay. I know you wanted to make it for this for the show, and I'm glad you are here. So yes, you can hear me now, which is great. It's great. So let's get into the show because I'm going to see if I can figure this out. Hold on. Yes, there it is. The news and update show. That's what we did. So I won't lead off with the first story about. Actually, why not? I teased it, so let's do it. Anyways, this is in Rangers news. We're going to start here. We're going to start with the Rangers news. Obviously, it has to do with Ryan Barnett. Now, Ryan Barnett has had a great season so far. He's been one of our best players. Him and Dobson, and I think Scar, I'll go on to say, and Okonkwo have played really well this season. So rumors came out today that there is possibly, they're looking for a replacement for James Tavernier, and they're looking at our guy Ryan Barnett, 25 years old. Rangers have a keen eye on Wrexham wingback Ryan Barnett after English League stars once explosive start to the season. But the Rangers have to cough up for the 25-year-old right winger if the Wrexham exercise a contract option on Barnett's current deal. Of course, there's all this crap going in here. Ryan Barnett has started the season on excellent form with Wrexham as they look to secure a third promotion on the bounce. With the side currently sitting third in English League One. The Rangers would also face stiff competition for Barnett with a number of clubs in the English Championship monitoring the attacking wing situation. Now, there is our guy Ryan Barnett. I will flat out say this is not going to happen in the January transfer window. He is an asset. I like where he's at, but you look at two sides of this, right? Where are you going, Banks? He's an asset that we could sell to make money to put money into other parts of the squad. I don't see this happening. It's good to have recognition. I remember the last time this came through with the championship players going in. Rob McElhenney had said I'm not sure who it was. He'd have to have a long binocular. He's not going to go in the January transfer window, and he's definitely not going to go in the summer. Not definitely. He's probably not going to go in the summer. So I think it's really good that we're getting attraction from him. He has played really well, and we have an asset. We have several assets, but to be fair, I don't see this happening. But rumors do happen, and the Rangers want him. They'll stump up the money. They are a big club. They're between them and Celtic up north in Scotland, they are a very big club, and they do have money behind it, so possibly could happen. So do I see it happening? No. If it does happen, I hope we get good money for him. But going on, Rangers cast glance at Ryan Barnett. Rangers News can exclusively reveal that Rangers have been keeping tabs on Ryan Barnett as they actively assess the transfer options heading into the January transfer summer. January and the transfer window in the summer. Wrexham star has played a crucial part in the Welsh outfit's form this season, but as things stand, the wingback's current club are yet to exercise the new club option. I think it has been in talks, and I think they're looking at it, but I would probably assess that they're maybe working on an upgraded deal. But what do I know? It's just my thought. Barnett can play in any position on the right-hand side of the park, and have even earned comparisons to Brazilian legend Cafu. That is a big one there. Is the chat not working anymore? Sorry, is the chat? Oh, damn it. What happened to the chat? Oh, God. Of course I lost the chat. Oh, man. Oh, well. I think I lost the chat. No sound. Hold on. I don't know what happened to the chat. I think it's still working. Okay, there is the chat. Okay, everyone's just silent listening to me. It scared me. It scared me. Okay. Ryan Barnett has had comparisons to Brazilian legend Cafu amongst Wrexham fans in recent performances. Now, listen, I think he's a very good player. He's 25 years old. He's not the peak of his powers yet. 25 to 28, 27 will be fantastic. So we just have to wait and see what happens there too. Ryan Barnett's also made headlines this week when he rattled home the only goal of the 1-0 defeat against Mansfield Town in League One on his League One duties. The right wing back chopped inside and then out before rifling a low shot past Mansfield goalkeeper, securing all 3 points. Remember, he brushed off Paul Mullen, who has not been in striking form and also is coming back from injury. We know that. There's widely reported interest from Stoke and Preston North End for the player, but links to Rangers are the most high profile to date. I think this is a good thing and a bad thing. I think it's a good thing to have our players being watched at because we want to, I don't know, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, we were like, who's going to go to Rangers from our team? Nobody's going to go to Rangers. Maybe Paul Mullen. But this is a good thing and a bad thing. But, you just got to say, I don't think Barney's going to go anywhere. At least not. He's not going to go in January. I say summer. I wouldn't say definitely not. I'd say it's a possibility, but it's flattering. I think this is more flattering news than anything else. Flattering how good we're doing. Flattering how great Barney's doing. He's a great talent. He's a really good talent. We got him for a steal too. So let's let him have his season. He's having a great season, and I'm sure that the distractions aren't worth it. That Parkinson wants. He wants him to focus on the pitch. But he's a good player. He's a good football player. So that was the news that was going on earlier on in the day. I don't think it's going to happen. Definitely not in January, but I could be totally wrong. You never know. Adam says test. There you go. There's test. And it is working, Josh. Thank you very much. Yeah, so I figured out how to get the chat up. And Kelly Dibson, we just all want to know what might be going on with Barney, so they're listening to you with bated breath. Yeah, my God, Kelly, I'm sure. No one listens to me. Well, maybe a few people, but that's okay. But let's say, for Barney's sake, good on him. Maybe he gets to move down the road. We got coverage with Seb. We got Bolt, although he went down with a calf injury. So we shall see. But this is good news, and it's also like good news, bad news in a certain way. It's good news to say that one of our players is doing well, that he's being looked at. Bad news is we don't want him to go. The better news is if we do decide to let him go, we have coverage A, and B, we get the money in. But no one leaves this club. No one leaves this club. Not now. I mean, how many players have left the club since the Rob and Ryan have come in? None. On their own accord, like, I want to go to a better club, because it's opportunity, it's ambition, it's what everyone wants to see, and I think that's really good. Ruth H, how you doing? Ruth H, good to see you. Hello. Is my sound okay? Like I said, thanks for working with me through the adjustment of the new system. As you know, me touching buttons is an absolute terrifying story, but I'm just glad that it's working now. So I loved introducing the show, and you guys didn't even hear me, which is great. All right, moving on. This is from yesterday. Penalties could have been better, but Wrexham got a home tie. Phil Parkinson wanted. Yes, it wasn't the sexiest game yesterday. We did go on and lose the game in penos, but I think the core value of the story for yesterday was the fact that we got to see some of the players that I believe are starving for time. Also, too, I don't think it's a big letdown for some of the players when they do come in. If players, unfortunately, have, illness or injury or whatever. My standout players yesterday were Brunt, Josh Adam, but Vartan had signs, Mo Fall had signs, but and Matty James, I like the look, the makeup of him. It was definitely a team that was thrown together. You can tell that they haven't played together very, very long, but the makeups of Brunty, Matty James, Josh Adam, but Vartan, I like what's going on there, and you know, it's good to have that. Now, granted, we only have this one. We have the league, and we just have the BSM trophy. Fine, but you know, it's good to see them. But we got what we want out of it. You see, Parkinson was relaxed yesterday. He knew what it was. It was a glorified. Scrimmage, you could say, to get players out, which is fine. But now we need to focus on the league. So it was job done as far as Parkinson was concerned after Wrexham's avoided the defeat in 90 minutes against Port Vale to secure a home draw in the last 32 of the EVL Trophy. We did go out 3-1 on penalties. Got to work on those penalties, guys. Both teams have already qualified. You know, knockout stages got into the final group at Vale Park. 1-1 draw meant Wrexham finished top, but a guaranteed at the racecourse, guaranteed a tie at the racecourse ground in round 2, which is good. It's what we wanted. League 2 leaders Port Vale won the penalty shootout 3-1, but the Reds boss looked at the bigger picture, he says. We came here to get the home tie, and we've done that, said Parkinson. Of course, we still wanted to win with the penalty shootout, but we knew it was incidental. So, again, these are, you know, he took it as a scrimmage, getting players out there, getting used to playing on the pitch and possibly playing together and getting minutes in there and getting the hard yards in there. But Vartan played, 65 minutes. Then Mullen came on for the 30. I still argue that there's no reason for Mullen to come on. I know, but Vartan probably doesn't have 90 in him, but why risk Paul Mullen for that? That is my thing on there. There's plenty of other players that could have come on the pitch. He said, we knew we just had to avoid defeat, and we were top and home with a home game. So the minute the final whistle went, we knew the job was done. That says a lot. That's why he was so relaxed. Paul Mullen converted Wrexham's first spot kick, but Vale goalkeeper Ben Amos saved efforts by Anthony Ford, Sebastian Ron, and Ali Rathbone. Penalties are penalties. Added Parkinson, we wanted to win, and their goalkeeper has made some great saves. Good on him. I think Amos came through the academy from Manchester United. Could we have struck them better? Yes, but it's all about getting a few of the youngsters like Josh Adam and Aaron James on the pitch. That's also Aaron James did have a good game. Sorry, I forgot about him. But Aaron James did have a pretty good game too. But Josh Adam looks like a player. I'd like to see a little bit more of him as well. Okay, what else is happening here? So we're into the final 32, and here's the 7 we could face. And Dan Moore says money talks. Yes, Dan Moore says money talks. Money does talk, and if it comes to fruition that Barney is going to go out, we get 5-10 M's for him. Okay, there you go. And Drew Barton is dizzy. I hope you're okay, Drew. Sorry, Steve Barton. I hope you're all right. Bruce McFarlane says Wrexham women drawn against Barrytown in the Adrian Trophy, the Women's Welsh League Cup. Did that happen earlier today? I might have missed that. I was working, but there you go. They are playing Barrytown in the Trophy Cup. Kelly Davidson says, if TLP is giving up prizes, can Bruce McFarlane get one for keeping us all informed on the women's team? His interest and devotion to the team is wonderful. Yes. Let's give him that prize. I'll send him a hat. How's that? I can send him a hat if he wants them. If he wants to replace the cricket hat in his photo, I'm happy to send him a hat. But yes, he does do great work during the women's matches in the Discord, updating on what's going on, play by play, which is great. So he gets that one for today. Gold star on there for him. Okay, here it is going in. Wrexham will be at home in the EFL Trophy Cup in the knockout stages, as that happened. There's 7 teams. Will face 1 of 7 clubs in the last 32. I'm trying to find them right here. So those are Tranmere Rovers, Wigan Athletic, Aston Villa under-21s, Crewe Alexandra, Huddersfield Town, Lincoln City also finished runners-up in the northern groups and are possible opponents for Wrexham in a round of 32. So out of those, Aston Villa maybe? I don't know. Aston Villa, don't really care to be honest with you, but I hope I hope it comes out. I don't know when that draw is though. But I do know they're playing. The knockout rounds are regionalized until the quarterfinals, so Wrexham would have to win 2 more matches before possibly facing a team which qualified in the Southern Group. So we're 4 games away from being at Wembley Stadium, just so you know. Those games are taking place early December. I think it's December 2nd, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd on that weekend, so that's when that's going to happen. So those are the teams: Tranmere, Wigan, Aston Villa under-21s, Crewe Alexandra, Huddersfield Town, and Lincoln City. So those are the teams we were looking at. And Rotherham and Bradford City, I think play on Tuesday. So those are the other teams you possibly could play. So keep that Nobody knows when the draw has been announced. That's what I thought. I was looking for it myself and I didn't see it. So we are on par, my friend. We are on par, Bruce, and that's what I had thought too. My research was part up with your research on that too. So I want to. There's one thing too. I wanted to see the ratings for yesterday. Here's how the players rated for the game yesterday. Remember, Bolt went off real early. Unfortunately, we haven't had an update on him, but I think it's his calf. And I think O'Connell also has an injury as well. Bruce says late November, obviously, but precisely when is not known. Yes, that's true. Talk about the when they're going to do the draw. Okay, so this is how the players rated yesterday. Callum Burton untested during the first half and was substituted at the break. Yes, he came on and Chomp got his 50th. He had some nice saves. I thought he would take a penalty, to be honest with you. AJ, Aaron James got another start under his belt. Solid 7. I agree with that. Max Clearworth, unexpected start to Dubois' injury, not to his head, in the warm-up. And the standing captain led by example, putting Wrexham up 1-0. 7 for him. He did play very, very well. Out of position for him. He normally plays on the right side of that 3. He played in the middle of the park. So good on him. He's growing. And I like that. I like that he gave him the captaincy. That was actually pretty good. Louis Brunt was dealt. Wrexham dealt with everything asked of them until Port Vale's equalizer. Louis Brunt was great yesterday. He was around the pitch. He was really athletic. He won all those headers. He pushed the ball forward. You could see his vocal out there. I really like the makeup of Brunt. There's a player in there. Unfortunately, he's behind Stash, Scar, and Maxi right now, but there is a player in there, and he's going to be one for the future. And you could see that he had something about him. There's something good on him. So I like him. I like him for our future. I also like him for now if something goes wrong. For me, I'd possibly put Stash in the middle of the park and I'd put him back in that left side of the 3. That's what I would do, but that's just me. Luke Bolton only lasted 12 minutes due to injury at a 4. It's unfortunate. Looks like he pulled his calf. That's what happens when you're not, for lack of a better word, match fit. And it's unfortunate that happened to him. But he went down early in injury, only lasted 12 minutes. So we'll hope he gets better soon. That's Luke Bolton. Anthony Ford, rare appearance for 40, and his corner led to Clearworth's goal. Yes, he had great corners. They give him a 6. I agree with that, Anthony Ford. Matty James, the experienced midfielder, made his Reds debut and did well breaking up play in the front of the defense. Matty James played really well. You could see he was going to the ball, asking for it, 2 feet. He followed it around the back line, wanted the ball, wanted to move the ball forward. Also did break up play, had good vision on the half turn. There's a really good player in there. Let's see how we're going to use him. That's what I want to see how we're going to use him. You can see he knows the game. You can see he has good. He's a good general of the midfield. Reminded me of how Dobson plays. So Matty James, I liked his debut. 7, I'll agree with that. 7.5 for me. Josh Adams showed some neat touches on his debut. Gave him a 6. I would have given him a 7. I'm going to give him a 7 because he is he's a young player, come from the academy of Manchester City, but you can see that he's very heady. He's bigger than I thought he was. I mentioned this yesterday on the show. He wanted the ball too. 2 feet, give me the ball, half turn, moving forward. Here we go. He did. I thought he had a really, really, really good debut. Granted, Port Vale is Port Vale, but for him, some of his touches were great. He worked well with Matty James, so I'm very impressed with what he did. Are you Movember, Josh? No, I'm not Movember, but I did I did shave yesterday to the chagrin of producer Ann, but it will grow back and be even in about 18 hours or so. But I'm not. But thanks for noticing, Steve Barton. Jacob Mendy came more into the match in the second half. Fine. He's still getting back up to fitness. Good on Jacob Mendy to be out there. Mo Fall had a couple of half chances in the opening period and a decent run at goal after the break. 6.5 for me. Probably okay. Mo is doing well, in my opinion. I think he is definitely one for the future. He needs more time. John Dottie Bedvardson put himself about. First half shot was saved, but had an assist to the opener to flick on. It was pounced on by Clearworth. Yes, I think Bedvardson has really good athleticism. His shot in the first half, he spun, got a kick, keeper saved it. If anywhere else, that's going to the back of the net. His header on in the corner was fantastic. He has a bit of aggression about him, you can see, and good movement about him too. He is an athletic, big 6'3" guy, and so I would like to see more of him as well. I feel like he could be starting at some point, but again, that's just me. Substitutes, Ravon came on for the injured Bolton and got a lot of joy down the right flank. He did get a 7. I think there's definitely a player in there for sure. Mark Howard made some vital saves, gave him a 2nd. And Paul Mullen, no chances for the striker, but he always puts away his penalty in the shootout. And he got a 6. Harry Ashfield, late substitute, 5. Ollie Rathbone came on late, 5. So I agree with most of those two, which is fine. But we're through, and that wasn't the mission yesterday. The mission was to go through top of the league, and there you go. Kelly Davidson, do we know what happened to Boyle between the lineup and the start of the match? I think it was his thigh or a calf pull for him too. But he definitely was injured in the warmups. Maybe a calf pull or a thigh pull for him. So yeah, he said it, I think in post-match party said it was a muscle strain. So you don't want to take those. You don't want to take those lightly, which is fine. Okay, that's all I wanted to cover over there. Youth Cup. This is from this morning. Tranmere Rovers under 18. I think they played at the academy. Of course, get the fantasy, and the boys won. The boys won. Thank you. The new setup looks clean, Mary. I'm trying. I'm doing my best. I'm trying. Thank you, Mary, for noticing. I'm trying my best to make it better for all of you and a better system. So hopefully it works out. And then also too, by the way, for shoot. This is for the weekend. 1 second. Let me do it this way. Ah, shit. That's what happens when you touch the buttons. Yeah, I was saying for the weekend, I have the Tyson Paul match ready to go. Boom. We'll be doing that. Okay. Sorry. All right. The back to the show as I sign. I'm like Ron Burgundy. You put something up, I'll read it. Most of the time. The Wrexham youth players beat Tranmere Rovers under 18, 3-1. Congratulations to them. Wrexham AFC under 18 side secured their place in the third round over the FA Youth Cup after producing a brilliant 3-1 comeback victory over Tranmere Rovers. Hosts took the lead at Prenton Park after 19 minutes, but Keane Hazeldine managed to draw the Red Dragons level at the 43 minutes. After the break, Wrexham came out and put their stamp on the proceeds. Harry Roberts finding the magic touch with 57th minute, to fire them into the league. 2 minutes later, Roberts would able to double his tally. So good on them. Got to keep an eye on the youngsters. They are the next Max Cleworths and Harry Ashfields of the team. So they went up 3-1 in the FA Youth Cup. Good on them. Now, still on the website, get ready for this and get ready for the fantasy thing. Okay, nothing else on the match. Remember, Stockport away on Saturday. We'll be doing a build up to that as well. We're doing a build up to that too. Yep, Steve Barton. I touched the buttons. I screwed it up. All right, so I'm going to do this one first. There it is, right there. If you're into fantasy EFL, but the stats I think are more indicative. I want to talk about how great our man Okonkwo has been. 8 clean sheets in 14 matches. And he's just been fantastic. No side has conceded fewer goals, 10, or kept more clean sheets, 8, than Wrexham in Sky Bet League 1 this season. Arthur Okonkwo has more fantasy EFL points than any other keeper with 89. Is he in your team? Now, I don't do fantasy, whatever, but I'll tell you, those stats for me, having 8 clean sheets out of 14 games, what a great buy, an absolute steal, and long may it continue. I'm really proud of him. I'm really proud that we kept him, really happy we did. And what fantastic business that we will not regret. Awesome. Good on him. What a great player. Happy for him. Okay, lastly, here's the announcement of the day. So you lot were in the chat yesterday talking about Wrexham Football Club. Okay, Wrexham Football Club. I'm going to bring up something that Patty sent me right here too. And I'll get into what I want to talk about real quick. If I can send this to myself. Hold on 1 second. Come here. God damn it. So, 1 second. Oh, shit. What did I do here? I screwed everything. Here I am touching all the buttons. Screwing everything up again. Why do I do this to myself? Well, Screw it, I'll do it this way. Okay, so is that a real thing? Well, it is a real thing. So there is a club out there called the Wrexham Football Club. Not Wrexham, Wrexham Football Club. So curiosity got to our man, Paddy Power, and reached out to the club. And he is going to I want to try to get this trailer. This is what I want to do. Okay, I found what I wanted to do. Found what I wanted to do. Sorry, bear with me. It'll be worth it, I promise. I hope so. It might be. You never know. What the hell? Why is it not working? So it is a real thing. So Patty had reached out to the club, Wrexham, and it looks like one of the guys, and I'll tell you his name over here. His name is James Blower. He's the chair of Wrexham Football Club. Paddy Power is going to be having him on Friday for the WREXfast Club for an interview. There we go. So here is the article. Wrexham Football Club aim to rival Wrexham AFC as they go viral. The non-league football club has gone viral after releasing a trailer for the new documentary supporting their claim to missing out on Hollywood takeover by just one letter. Wrexham FC are perhaps jokingly claiming they missed out on Wrexham AFC celebrity owners Ryan and Rob McElhenney. It is a story the club have wanted to tell for 3 years and now finally made it possible to make, thanks to the new club sponsor, Quit Smoking Missionaries Riot Labs, who have invested in the club's part and of a drive for non-league football fans to quit smoking. As part of the deal, the club has declared a 50-person Kenny Cook stand behind the goal, smoke-free, for the rest of the season to encourage fans to kick the habit in touch. Yes. The club recently released the trailer of the series, namely Welcome to Wrexham, and have since racked up 300,000 views on the social media and garnered thousands of comments from football fans, including many from Wrexham. The trailer features wholesome characters from the Norfolk-based football club, including tireless cigar-smoking 78-year-old head groundsman Barry Letton and club chairman James Blowers. Clips were shared across X and various football memes, blah, 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 blah. One user aimed to settle the difference, to unite the two clubs by saying, "What's one vowel, 250 miles between two friends? Up the Wrexham's minus O." So if I can bring this in here, 1 second, I'll show you the trailer. But our very own Paddy Power has reached out to the club and will be having them on Friday to the local pundit. How great is that for us? Let me just see if I can bring the trailer up. Here's me touching a lot of buttons today. Who has confidence in me? I don't. Okay, bring this up. That'll work. Bang, boom, pop. Make sure that's gone. Give me a second here. There we go.
Where's Wrexham? I haven't even heard of him.
Who's Wrexham? I've never heard of Wrexham.
What the fuck's a Wrexham?
Welcome to Trafford Park. With only 50 seats and one valve separating us from the big time, we're Wrexham Football Club, playing just outside the spotlight.
No, this is Wrexham with an O, not Wrexham with an E.
We've got something they haven't. That's spirit.
New beginnings, the Hollywood life. Introducing Deadpool.
Good afternoon, everybody.
We've hit the jackpot. Everyone wants a piece of Wrexham now.
Oh, look at this.
Bring out the Oxford. Blue Wave makes.
There you go. So, welcome to Wrexham. There you go. So, we reached out to them. Patty did, and it looks like they're going to be being interviewed with us on Friday. So take a look out for that. That's kind of fun. Obviously, you know, like things can happen. Things can happen like that. The Hawk Tua happened, for God's sakes. You know what I mean? And she's you know, making you could look that up yourselves. But so yeah, I don't know the full details right now, but Patty reached out and he said, "Hey, I'd love to have them on," and so we're gonna do that. So that's on Friday. That'll be the night before. So that is the WREXfast Club for Wednesday, November 13th. I appreciate you coming in. Thanks for bearing with me. I know I'm trying to touch buttons on certain things, and right on, Patty. I like it. I think it's clever. Of course, it's definitely clever. Wrexham are definitely the new Hawk Tua. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Definitely Wrexham Hawk Tua. And Scott says, "Quit smoking. I call BS rideables are flogging vapes. I wish Wrexham and the town all the best, but I don't drag our club to hawking colorful vapes to people." Yes. Scott just had an opinion. I love it. I love it. Yeah, I didn't get it. I didn't actually check that out until it happened. So until I read it right there. So listen, we quit smoking. Awesome. I think it's a good thing. But to each their own. And I just want to be healthy and safe. So tomorrow we'll be doing a Breakfast Club show. Be Thursday. I love the trailer. Very cool to learn about them on Friday. Thank you, Patty. Yes, thank you, Patty. Says Kelly Davidson. And Friday night, I haven't seen. I'm gonna be doing the again the Tyson Paul fight. Just because I want to test out the software and watch it, and curiosity, for me. So please join us for that. Saturday morning, we will be doing the Stockport game live, watch along here on the local pundit. Then it's Wrexham time. Then we'll be doing that's hosted by Patty, and then I'll be doing the Wrexham reaction. So it's a big week coming up on the local pundit, and we're also going to be doing footy tips for that too. So we'll get that in. We had feedback from our very own Kelly Davidson to middle management to Ken, and so we're going to sort all that out too. So anyways, thanks for coming in. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the local pundit. Please become a local pundit member and share and all to do the fun stuff because it helps the community out. And not PC on PC. Just woke up. It's morning. Yes, good to see you, PC. Hope you're well. It's just about to close it out, but there's a couple of chats coming in. Since you work in the entertainment industry, what is the likelihood of FX getting the lawyers in on the logo name Sim? Probably pretty likely. I don't know. I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it, but you never know. I don't know what that I don't know what that looked like, but there might be something in that. But yeah, it's I don't know if it's I can't speak to it, but there might be something to that. Good shout, Ruth H. Hope you're well. Okay, let's get out of here. See y'all tomorrow for another Breakfast Club, and Friday we will be having on the Wrexham people too. So, and we'll be doing the live watch along for the boxing match. So, on that bombshell, I'll see y'all soon. Oh, hold on. We need a fan meetup like having to use. Well, we can do that too. Thanks, Marie. I'll talk to you offline. All right. On that bombshell, see y'all soon.